Welcome to the official AFL Fantasy Podcast with the Traders, thanks to Sportsbet.
G'day with the Traders. I'm Roy. I coach Destroy, and I'm here with Warnie.
Coach of the Warn Dogs.
And Calvin.
Coach of Calvinator, 4 to go, Roy.
Oh, I'm counting down.
I know you
and
are.
you'll find out why in a minute.
Well, we are on, it's finals time,
Yes.
not buys time. It's finals time. So if you've got your default league with your top 8, those top 4 coaches will be vying for a spot in the preliminary final. Loser gets a second chance, which is always nice, especially at this time of year with all the stuff that's happening.
I've got the double chance.
Do you?
Yeah.
Down in the Tit Ed Cup.
Oh, in the bottom.
Asterisks.
And then if you are ranked 5th to 8th, then it is do or die.
Yeah.
You will be knocked out.
Try the do.
Sooner out the
don't
better,
die.
I reckon.
That is a little bit how it is at the moment. So that, and of course, draft as well. We've got out. Roy, you are in the top
Yeah, I'm
four
going
of our-
all right in that.
Yeah,
That's
you're
good.
in that.
Yeah.
It's good.
Oh, they might see you through the end of the year.
Top 2.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll hang in there for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, well done. That's good.
All right, let's get into our classic scores for the week. I'll start. Richie Beno. Chew.
Can't get better than that.
No, you can't.
That was good. 2,222 points, which moved me up slightly in the rankings, which shows sort of the scoring round that it was for some coaches that only moved up a couple of hundred spots from a score like that.
Yeah.
So you must have been wanting to get well into the 2-2s, otherwise you would have slid down like you, Cal, outside the top 2,000.
Well, unlike you, I'm copping bullets.
Oh,
Left, right, and centre.
What bullets did I not cop that you
About 10 in the lead up to the round. Dog.
Yep, heaps.
What force trades did you have?
Who did I have? Dusty. You got
Shouldn't
Dusty?
have picked him.
Oh, here we go. It's not about that. So I scored 21.41 and I'm outside the 2,000 now.
Do you know you're 222 points ahead of me?
222 points. See, I've told you this on Twitter. Stop worrying about me.
I worry about me because it's my credibility. If I finish behind you,
Mate.
overall, Calvin.
No one cares about you versus Calvin.
You will not catch me. You're no chance.
I am a chance.
No,
You've
you're
got Matthew
not.
Kennedy in your side.
I'll tell you who's not a chance, me. So I had 2036. It was resembled a round 2 score. It's no secret that I haven't really been, I don't know, emotionally attached to my team for a few weeks. But that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm going to switch on this week. That's unacceptable.
Okay.
So,
You got to get back inside the top 5,000.
well, there's a challenge for me. That's all I needed, a realistic challenge. I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll get back inside the top 5,000.
Right?
Hopefully some of those coaches inside the top 5,000 are switched off as well.
I hope they've stopped playing. And there'd still be a chance to beat me.
Here it is! That's what you did, Jenny. You stuck it right up them.
Hey, you got Cal?
Tuk. 100. Hey, 127.
Well,
if you don't
here's
mind.
your thing though, Cal. You've had him, 3 weeks?
I've been a proud owner for 3 weeks.
Almost got to the score that you need to actually get what you paid for him for. You paid 129. That's what he was priced at, 129. This is the first score that he's got.
Oh, my God.
Near that. He
He doesn't get it.
No.
Why?
Captain, you doubled it. That counts as double. He scored me 254.
You said that for years.
Yeah, they count as double. I don't care about his 129. He is a lock for a VC every single week.
All right.
Providing he's playing early.
Yes, exactly. Well, I was actually had a tweet loaded ready for you after last week as well. My man, my +3 goes to Jeremy Sharp, 112. He was in front of Took at one point as well.
Kissed.
Oh,
And that's
so
not kissed.
That's
It's
kissed.
so bad.
Every
That
week.
is so bad.
Why?
Honestly, look at that. 112 from
123,
a
112.
rookie.
2 very good scores.
You know I've got Sharp as well.
So
You do?
lame.
No.
Well, there you go. You
part of
both
the
kissed.
theatre. Part of the theatre, Calvin.
My +3, and God, slim pickings, but
Yeah, did you find one?
yeah.
right,
And
good.
it was easy because someone remembered how to mark with 1 minute left in the game.
Okay.
Riley O'Brien.
Oh.
He hasn't been taking any marks. He took 3 with about a minute left
did he?
to get him to 100.
Wow.
He
So you take
scored
that every day of the
more
week.
than Brody Grundy too.
Well, there you go. So, God, I haven't
weeks
got
in a
much
row
to hang
now,
my hat
hasn't
on, but he marked it
Well
3
done.
times
Oh.
in a minute. 100.
Okay, this might be easier for you, Roy.
It was the most disgraceful display I've ever seen.
Because it's just not acceptable.
Oh, when you got to narrow it down, dog, there's nothing easy about
we
this.
go.
And I'll run it by you because I am struggling.
Oh,
This is the hardest decision I've had to make all year in fantasy. So I tweeted it out last night, and this is just the guys off the top of my head. There's probably other...
Okay.
No language.
Yeah, keep it civil.
Okay, so Parrish.
Yeah.
Well deserved.
What a muppet. What is that, Essendon?
Look, you have a medal. Have a medal.
Oh.
You're such a gun now.
Not a gun.
You've been tagged out of it by two guys that don't even know how to spell tag. They haven't even done it before.
They can't even get a game in the team.
No, and they come in and absolutely smash it.
Okay, he gets it again this week. So they play Sydney.
Yep.
And George Hill will just go, I'll stand next to
They
him.
won't waste a tagger on him.
No.
They'll bring someone out of the crowd. Can you go stand next to him? Nudge him like you're tagging.
Dog, defend your Bombers.
Did you pay $900K for him?
I paid. I overpaid for that. Took doesn't go doing that.
Next one. Now, I asked for this one, so he's immune to it, but he
Right.
deserves a mention. String trick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The yo-yo. The string
trick.
wasn't attached. Bang. On the ground.
Again, a bit like last week too. That could have been much worse as well.
That's the trick, though.
Why?
Isn't
What'd
it?
you get?
What's that?
He only got 50 or so, didn't he?
Yeah.
And it could have been worse.
Yes.
Oh, my God. This is why I'm back to hating Essendon. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Kennedy.
Okay.
Right. So Matt Kennedy, one of the popular trade targets last
yeah,
week.
great
Fair enough
numbers.
based on
Couple
his
of
form.
weeks.
Yeah, a couple of weeks. Over a month now.
Yeah, but a couple of weeks he's been the man to pick.
Probably 4 weeks he's been the man.
So I've got his CBAs
Tell
here,
you
Roy.
what, he's not now.
I've got his CBAs here.
Yeah.
So out of the 33, he attended 10.
Well done, Teague.
Teague.
You picked him this week, didn't you,
Of
Cal?
course I did. Another bullet.
Hot tip. You're under
How about
review.
you pay up for these players instead of getting these
Well,
spuds?
you know what? I took some advice from him last
Yeah.
week, and he's not
Chase
being
value.
accountable for his advice.
No, I didn't encourage you to pick him.
All
You
right.
spend up and you enjoy it. Don't listen to
my
Dog.
God. Here's a value chaser for you.
Okay.
Because of his centre bounce attendances.
Yep.
With Dusty out.
Okay.
And a bit of form recently.
Who?
Bolton.
Oh, Bolton.
He attended lots of centre bounces.
Oh, the most.
the
the
most
most.
out of Richmond. He attended 19 out of 25. That was more than Nankervis.
19.
He probably rucked in a few of them.
Unbelievable. So he was pathetic. Walsh was bad. Taranto.
Taranto.
Sunday night footy was not good, though.
It was not,
Taranto, Parrish, Merritt.
So Taranto attended one centre bounce in the first 3 quarters, I think.
Yeah,
So what's
wow.
wrong with him? He's cooked. Neil.
Oh,
I'm injured.
70.
Oh, no, I'm just crap. Oh, I'm injured. No, I'm just crap.
Guess how many Taranto ended up attending?
10.
Two out of a possible 19.
How-
Wow.
What am I even on? I said 10. Oh my
Josh
God.
Kelly, 18 out of 19 for the record.
Okay, so because...
So who are you giving it to?
Well, given you've got more responsibility as captain, Zach Merritt.
Good.
He's never again a captain
No.
for me, ever.
Well,
Oh my God, that guy, I've had him captain over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Probably 3 or 4 times and never got 100 out of him.
okay. Now, I'm just quickly going to give mine to Parrish, but captains this week,
Yeah.
I've stripped it back. New
What?
criteria.
Oh,
Right.
good.
New
You
criteria.
need to do something about this.
Yeah. The new criteria is this. Can you score? Can you screw us over?
Yeah.
Right? And that's it. Oh, there's more to it.
Yeah.
Come on,
But
let's be
the
honest.
new one is the can you screw
Us over.
Us over.
So like
So
Brody
it's like
Grundy.
their floor.
So
You've
Brody
got
Grundy.
the ceiling
Yep.
there, but then you've got that floor. How low can it go?
Can Grundy score? Yep. Can he screw us over? Yep. No.
Has he? God,
Not
he's
as
in that
badly as
category.
others,
There's a
though.
70.
He had
There's a
70
70.
last week.
Parrish, great example. Can you score? Of course you can. You're great. Awesome, Parrish. Give you a medal, mate.
Yeah.
Can you screw
Have
us over?
another one.
Have a look at that. Big screw over. Took Miller. Can you score? Of course you can. Can you screw us over?
No.
Doesn't do it.
Only if you pay top dollar.
Doesn't matter. You get 2 of them, dog.
He's in your
Dog,
team.
have you got anyone negative?
Have I? I'll go Taranto. He's probably the one that
Fair enough.
was a disappointing one. For
It was.
Shocking.
It just, yeah.
It's a
but then,
shocking
add
score.
to that though, Roy. Like there's a few other names. Did you say Walsh in your list?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he might be my favourite, but he doesn't miss a bullet.
After doing what he
bloody
did,
let him know.
that's the thing. What they did the last week, and
Yeah.
then come back and give us those ones.
Teague.
Teague, mate, he's under more pressure than me.
Yeah, I can feel it.
He's gone, then I'm gone.
Putting your faith into David Teague.
Now here's Warnie with breaking news.
All right, so the breaking news for the week, I guess there were a few issues, injuries that we're going to have to deal with. The biggest one, and the one that I guess we probably will all, except Roy. So you had that score and
Kissed.
you don't have him.
I'm kissed.
Scott Pendlebury. So basically...
Oh, whoa.
What?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I know.
Doc's got an injury.
It's the first time
Doc's got
here, he said, I was thinking that in his intro to it, he said, an injury we will have to deal with. That hurt.
Settle
That
down.
hurt him.
I've copped more bullets. We'll do a recap of this.
A bullet
happy
count.
to do that.
A bullet count.
I'm happy for a bullet count.
You
Definitely.
were doing all these little trades at the start of the year, and here's us carrying all these injuries, and you're there.
No, mate.
No wonder you got in front, and you're doing your best not to finish in front.
I'm limping to the line. Don't worry about that.
So, yeah, Scott Pendlebury. So, if you saw that, quarter one, actually, it was probably in about the 10-minute mark of the game. He
Yeah.
had 23 points.
Yeah, he
so
was
he
on fire,
on track for about 200.
Nearly
now.
200, dog. Yeah, that's correct.
So, he had an interview afterwards, and he said, "Yeah, I've broken my leg before. I think I've done
Felt the
that."
same.
And then next day they've announced it. So season over for him.
He was running around. He was
Yeah.
testing out his broken leg.
Yeah, no.
Amazing.
He knew.
Yeah.
Basketball background,
Of
doctor
course.
background.
He just wanted to
He
watch
just
more
knows
Boomers
everything.
games.
Yes.
He's
So that's a
good.
big one, isn't it?
Nah,
If he didn't
well,
break
would
his leg,
be.
he probably could have been six man.
Yeah.
He easy would have been
See,
6-man.
the thing is, he's that forward status for him, that came out of nowhere. So his
Yeah.
popularity's through the roof. So, yeah, it's a big issue for us. this week.
Right. For the Blues, Zach Williams, hammy.
Oh, see?
So after having 50 at halftime
Yeah,
as well.
I
he
know.
was
So
on
celebrate.
track.
Yeah, I'm in draft finals still.
You got him.
Yeah, got
Oh,
him.
no.
Yeah. God, my
Bullet.
I just cannot wait. How many weeks left? 4.
Oleg Markov was subbed out with a hamstring injury for anyone that was still holding on to him.
Another reason Sharp was kissed.
What's that? Sharpie?
Yeah.
Why, with Oleg out, he doesn't get onto Sharpie's wing. They might rename the wing up there on Metricon.
Should.
they play the Gabba anyway.
I'm
He's
naming
good.
both.
Fifey, done for the season.
Yes.
So he'll go in for surgery, and Michael Walters' hammy, 4 rounds left.
Yeah.
So he probably won't play
No.
again either. I guess then in the final game of the round, well, we don't know where some of these players are coming back into the side. Toby Green will be right for next week.
Yep.
We know that. And, yeah, I guess the big news out of that too is that Josh Kelly, who was in doubt for us,
Yeah.
played.
Yeah.
He did.
So on Saturday, he was named as skipper of the team.
Yeah.
Because Cogs was ruled out. So he was a laid out there.
He's got a 96. He looked good out there.
Yeah.
A little bit like, well, the other one too, and I didn't mention him, but Sean Darcy.
Okay.
So he played after being doubt on him as well.
Again.
He played well.
Pretty much played a fair bit up forward from my eyes watching him, but still got a 90. Just
Yeah.
unbelievable what he
He's
does.
just a very good player, isn't he?
Surely he's a ticking time bomb,
You would think so.
which we always thought from the get-go anyway.
Yeah, but he's pushed through way more than we anticipated, hasn't he?
Yeah, so that's one to watch this week.
God, they'll be decimated.
I'm looking here at the
There'll be
CBAs.
easy beats if he's out as well.
Yeah.
So in that game, Meek took 17 of the 26
Right.
CBAs, and old mate Darsole 9. He had 9.
Call him that on air, Kev.
What?
That's an off-air name.
That's all right.
Yeah, so that will be one to watch though, because they could maybe rest him.
Oh, he gets rested. He gets rested. If he plays, he scores 120.
You're trying to get suspended for the next 3 weeks, aren't you?
Get someone else here instead.
We'll be watching Buddy as well to see what happens there with him. What's your tip, Cow? You're the MRP expert.
Anytime you swap arms with the ball to elbow someone, you definitely get a week.
Yeah.
Definitely a week?
Definitely a week.
Okay. All right. Well, that's the news. Not doing Magoo's news. Oh, except, do you want to hear about Rancy?
Oh, yeah, we'll
He's
take
going to be
Rancy.
a bomber next year.
I saw the media he's released. Have you
Oh,
seen
that was
that?
funny. That was funny.
Hi, it's Nat Edwards. AFL Daily is a new daily podcast from the AFL. Each morning, Damien Barrett and I will share the biggest stories and the biggest opinions in footy. We'll connect the dots and tell you what the stories mean for your clubs and your favourite players. AFL Daily, your new daily footy habit. Available wherever you listen to podcasts.
All right, so we talked about the issues. The big one is going to be Scott Pendlebury, Calvin.
yes.
So we will have to move him. Roy, are you going to give us any good advice?
Yeah.
Good advice on what to do. So he's the
will.
most traded out player at the moment.
Yeah.
7,500 coaches as we record this at just
Yeah.
after lunch on a Monday afternoon.
So the thing is, do I look for value for people? Because
No.
it's risk. It's a riskier play. Now, I didn't think they could be that crap.
Yeah.
That was next level crapness.
It was.
all right? But
So you're not recommending Bolton or Kennedy?
no, definitely
Right.
not. Like, they are exactly what we thought they were.
Yep. Yeah.
Pathetic players.
Yep.
All right, so apologies for that. Now, if you are looking for value, though, someone who has at least shown before that they are capable of footerballing, Rowan Marshall. So if you're cash-starved, he is the one. So
584.
584. Remember, he had that 122, I think it was, a couple of weeks ago before he had to go into isolation. The key to that was his time on ground was tracking in the right direction, and so were his scores.
Yep.
So 2 out of his last 3 were really impressive, and his time on ground maxed when he hit that 122. So I like him.
He's had a bit more of a rest now.
Yeah, and it comes with way less risk than those other complete potatoes.
Is he the only real cheaper one that you'd recommend?
Yeah. Yeah, I
There's
can't
other
put
things
my,
you can flirt with, but
yeah, I
he's
can't.
the one that...
I can't put my name to anyone else like that for the rest of the year after this week's.
He's going to be super careful from here on for his after his isolation, isn't he? Like, he's not going to go anywhere.
No.
And that's something we need to know about our
That's
players, whether they're going to go out.
It's like what my mate Gaffey said.
Yeah,
He's-
he's a good option, Cow.
He's a
Didn't
very
he turned
good-
up, didn't he?
He turned up.
I think he's value.
He's good.
He's staying
He said
home. Is
Yeah.
he? Or-
he's not going out anywhere.
Yeah.
They're not going to make finals.
You
are they?
could imagine-
Are they in the mix?
I think so.
Are they in the 8?
But I'm tipping Gaff's
Yeah.
not the
Are
sort
they?
of
Wow,
Gaff's not the sort of person that gets a lot of invites to parties.
Is he? Not from you anyway.
So he's taken a stance against being social. Well, I'm sorry, mate, but I don't know how many invites you were getting anyway.
So most people, though, Roy, I
Yep.
would say would be probably maybe cashing out one of their rookies.
Yep.
I'm going to put my hand up and say Stocker's probably mine
Yep.
because he went down some coin on
Yes.
the
I thought you were
weekend.
playing him on the field.
Safe 70
Usually
stocker.
good for 70.
Not safe, good for 70.
Good for 70. Right.
Okay, he had a 40. No, good thing I didn't play him on the field. So, like, he's mine that goes,
Yeah.
I guess everyone's probably got a player they can slice some cash off
I reckon.
and then put some on top of. I'm
Yeah.
going to throw out there that the cash that Cow's going to put on top of is going to be 110k for Lockie Whitfield. Would you agree with that?
Yep, definitely. So he's in my options as well. He come back from that concussion, despite Cal saying if there's anyone that can't come back from a concussion, it's Lockie Whitfield. He had 132, season high.
He's
Wow.
amazing too.
In your face.
Did you watch much of that, what he was just doing?
Well, the thing was too, we flagged last week. One thing we got right was that they're going to have a field day off that halfback taking
Yes,
marks. And
yes.
he took a heap.
Isaac Cumming,
Yep.
98.
Yeah, another one. Even Haynes took 8 marks.
He took 8, but that's all.
Still out of 60.
8 marks will be
Didn't say
8
he was
kicks.
a good player.
No.
He's just, there's plenty of marks. And of course, Whitfield was going to eat that up. So you can't expect season high every week, but he is a bargain. Now, he's only owned by 13% of the comp at the
Yeah.
moment. So price is right. Ownership is, that's pretty good.
Yep.
Only just 13%. So he's the pick of the round, I reckon.
You're going to get him, Cow?
Of course I will.
So your decision making around getting
Oh, no.
holding on to Harms for his
not this
60.
again.
My team is...
So he scored twice the amount of points.
Yeah, but I got Took in instead.
And twice took.
And Took scored 250 this week.
Well, you could have captained Whitfield if you held him.
Oh,
He got
God.
more.
Here we go.
Does he ever shut up?
No.
Is he ever wrong? No.
Dangerfield is another one that you could go to in that
Yeah.
forward line. So his price is right as well. He's only $7.29. He had about 80 at half time.
He was. I thought, oh no, because he was on my radar as the guy to get.
Yeah, right.
And then he was just going, whoa.
He was massive, and he
Gonna
did
go
that
too
150 a couple of weeks ago as well. Remember, so maybe his ceiling is might not be uncommon that he does pump out those huge runs. So he only finished on 118. I say only, but after that first half,
Could you do that,
humongous-
Cow?
No.
Why not?
No. Some players you have a relationship with, a broken relationship. Me and Graffer, me and Danger. Just can't do it.
Yeah, fair enough. He's got a break even of 85, but his ownership's up at 31%. So if you want a unique,
Yeah.
he's probably going to be over 35% by the end of
Yeah, too popular for me,
Lockout.
Roy. And
Yeah.
not quite expensive enough.
So those guys that you've mentioned there, Roy, Whitfield's the most traded in player. Rowan Marshall's the third most traded in player. At number 5 is Dangerfield. In the mix in between there is Sam Durham, which I think he was great on the weekend as well on Sunday night. So he's a good pick to be selecting as the defender mid. And so 221 is your little downgrade. Like that's where I'll probably go from Stocker down to him to grab some coin. And to still have an emergency, which is important in this time. You've got Jeremy Sharp, but I think you're paying too much for him now. 474.
That's a lot.
I can't wait till he goes back to 60s.
That's true.
Gentlemen, but then...
he's a good pick. Look at him.
Cal,
pumping out massive scores.
Down here is a bloke from
Here we go.
Gold Coast Suns.
Oh, yeah.
Scored 142. Braden...
Farini.
What type of pasta is that?
Fiorini.
Oh, okay. I don't really care.
Get your elocution right.
Fiorini.
Right, okay.
For
do you
tonight,
like
we'll
him,
have,
Roy?
pasta
Do you like him?
Fiorini.
You said last week to get him.
I did.
He's good.
No one thanks me for that. They just tell me about this knobhead called Kennedy and bloody
Bolton. Yeah.
Bolton was actually yours. I don't know why I'm copping all the Bolton crap
I
because I just followed your advice.
I didn't have any on that.
Yeah, you did. Because you were between the two, and you said if I couldn't get it was like if I didn't have Kennedy, I'd have Bolton. And I was like, is Bolton an option? I'll do that then.
No.
All
I said was he would have a lot of CBAs because Dusty wasn't there.
Which he did.
So you thought he'd have a lot of CBAs,
Yeah.
but be a bad score still.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
No, right, okay. So who are we talking about? Farini. Yes, I did say he would be good, and wow.
Yeah, he was.
Safe 100 was the...
We can add a bit more sugar on top of
that statement.
Wow.
Yes.
So, good option. Clayton Oliver's on the list. Tick.
Yeah, big time.
Finlay McRae, Roy.
Yeah.
71.
Yeah, and the role was there, so he's all right for a downgrade.
So he's only at 224.
Yeah.
Because he was so bad. He was averaging 27.
Yeah,
I think he had 27 at the quarter.
He was subbing and stuff. So, he's fine.
He looks good, actually.
And Pendles is out as well, so he's really fine. He's a good downgrade option.
Any other names you got floating around that you like?
Oh, well, they're the main ones. People, despite this week's event, people still want that cheap sort of guy. So one that is actually going well, but I'm not going to put him on the line and recommend him, but I'm going to say it is there. Brad Hill has actually been playing quite well. You can't trust him, but he's got runs on the board the last 3 or so weeks, and he is still really cheap if you need someone as a defender for that really low price.
But let's not beat around the bush here, dog. Mm-hmm. You get more points from the most expensive players.
You do.
You do.
Yes.
You need to pay money to get the best in the game because they are the best in the game. You've got 4 weeks left.
Not at the expense of the rest of your team.
Doesn't matter.
You could get 2 pretty decent players.
If you can get Took, you get 2.
And then
Simple.
what, a spud?
Depends who the spud is.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
If it's Kennedy, then you don't want it.
I don't know. It's a fine line.
He'll bounce back this week.
There's time and a place when it is the right move. Last week, it obviously wasn't.
No.
But no one could have predicted those two
40s.
would have 40s.
Yeah.
40. Like the rookies don't have 40.
No.
That's just... And a human put on the ground doesn't have 40.
Bramble sits on my bench and just laughs at them.
Yeah, he would.
Look at you
Look
guys.
at them. They can't touch it.
Couple of mid-600 kangaroos. Would you recommend Taran Thomas and also Jaden Stevenson?
Well, my season derailed when I lost Stevenson.
Yep.
There's a bullet you guys didn't cop. Both those guys are great, but I don't know. I love them both, to be honest, but I don't know.
Thomas
going to be able to keep this up. They only played Carlton. Carlton are the witches at.
Thomas kicked 4 goals and Stevenson kicked 3.
They're both wicked, though.
They're unbelievable.
And they can push up the ground.
Yep.
They get possessions up the ground as well. They were big scores. You can pick them. They're good players.
Cash strapped, 527k. Averages 97 in his last 3. Harry Big Ed Schoenberg.
Well, it's a role change. So based on role change, yes, you could. He did it again.
Yeah.
So there was he had the back-to-back scores, and it was like, putting his hand up, because we did talk about him at the start of the year. Roll wasn't there, so lucky we avoided. But he's done 3 in a row now, and he looked great.
I'm looking at his CBAs here. So Roy Ladd had the the most of the midfielders, 25 out of 32. He had 23.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the role is there. And that matchup, though, his most recent matchup, that was prime. You don't get better
Against the
than
Hawks.
that.
Yeah.
But still, that's 3 weeks of it.
It's a big cranium.
Kennedy had 4 weeks of it. And
Yeah.
dished a 40. So
Yeah, he's due.
anything could happen with those guys. But yes, he is getting
But
it
you're
done.
saying, Cow, just to pay up.
Pay up. Get it done. 4 weeks to go. Get the big boys.
Yeah.
Ride
I
it
need
out.
someone I can enjoy watching.
That's it.
I'll pay for someone.
What were
Good on
your
you.
rage trades?
At the moment, I've gone Pendles to Whitfield.
Yep.
And it sort of puts Brambles on my field. I want him on my field because he actually outscores Nick Haynes and stuff. So I'll offload one of those guys to
Good
like
player
a rookie.
in a good role.
And I'll have like 300k next week to
Yeah.
get Jack Steele or someone
Yeah.
cool like
So
that.
how many rookies are you still playing?
I've only got one on at the moment.
Oh.
But I'm going to make it 2.
Yeah, because they're better than that.
Because they're better
So you
than...
can play Sharpie and Bramble.
Yeah.
Oh, weren't you bagging me out about that the other day?
Yeah, but I think it's the right thing.
Yeah.
What about you, Roy? Did you have a crack at a rage trade?
This new thing came up on my screen. It said system error, too many rollbacks. So
Oh.
I rolled my team back that many times because I tried to send too many messages. So my rage trades consisted of everyone I talked about in that -3.
But it will be Pendles, obviously. That has to
Yeah,
go. Oh,
it'll be
yeah.
Pendles.
That's right. You don't have him.
Oh, I'm so kissed.
All right, what are you going
are.
to do with your Pendles?
It's Callum Mills at the moment, actually.
Gross!
Rested,
No, I don't mind that.
Rested after
Yeah.
and paying up for it.
Yeah, no, it's a good pick.
I think that's pretty. And through the DPP, I think that's where we've been lucky this year, or
Yeah,
we've had
very.
that opportunity, I suppose, to
Yeah.
go through all of our. Well, you can almost get whatever position you want,
Yeah,
except
definitely.
I would love to be getting a midfielder this week because there are a few ripe for the picking.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the thing. Have you guys filled up your mids?
I
you got-
have, and they suck. It's
Sharpie's there for me.
Like-
Yeah.
But-
So I go, yeah, I've filled my midfield. 3 of them had under 70 this week, and then 4th had 70.
Have you had a look
That's
at
not cool. That's a completed midfield.
Yeah. Have you had a look at Callum Mills's scale of hardness?
Well, I'm actually going to avoid looking at the scale of hardness.
Yeah.
But what does it look like?
Yeah, good.
Oh, does it? Well, that's a good
Far
thing.
out it does.
Yeah.
Got a question for the traders? Tweet the boys at AFL Fantasy or head to facebook.com/AFL Fantasy Official.
All right, Twitter time. At WarneyDT is where you can find me.
At Roy DT, if,
If you want
God
to
knows why you'd want to.
And that Warney DT if you want to talk to me.
Ooh, funny.
Yeah. Get on with the question.
Thought that was good, did you, Cal?
I didn't mind it.
All right. First one here. Dean, who gets the Best and Fairest award this year for your team? Mine would be Walsh. Pretty hard to put Walsh after this week, but who would you have as your best and fairest player for your team this year? Something you've basically had since day dot.
Yeah, it'll be Walsh for me.
Took.
2 week tour.
No, 2 week took. No, I'll go with like a Rory Laird.
Yeah, Rory Laird.
Yeah.
He's been...
Yes, well deserved.
Yeah.
And you probably would have said, if he wasn't your captain this week, Zach Merritt.
Yeah.
He's been very good.
Oh, mate, his name.
Nah.
Mud.
trash.
Absolute.
Aaron Hall, Roy?
Yeah, can't claim him from the start, though.
Yeah, but pretty
DNF has to
much.
be...
For the weeks that you've had him for.
What about the GOAT?
Oh, if
You've
you
had him
jumped
from
on
the
halfway through...
If you got him after the buys,
Yeah. Yeah.
then you would think he was the greatest
Yeah.
player
Yeah.
to ever play the game.
If you've if you've been on the whole journey,
Yeah.
I don't know, you're breaking it.
Coach's Award.
Yeah, Coach's Award.
Right. Fabio.
The
Surely
most beautiful man in the world.
Surely, looking at that profile pic. Surely side bottom or Adams points go up in Pendles' absence. Side bottom probably
See,
does.
you would
He's
hope so.
value.
You would hope so.
I
but
don't know.
it's one of those ones
Adams
where
worries me. He worried me on Friday night because he looked hurt again.
Yes,
So
Finlay.
I'm looking at his CBAs. Still side bottom had a lot of.
playing him, I reckon, this week.
What's that?
You bench Kennedy for Finlay.
Oh hell yeah!
Just send a message.
Bloody oath I would.
I'm looking at still side bottom CBA 16 out of 27 for him last week. So that's pretty high for him.
Michael wants to know Fiorini or Whitfield.
Whitfield.
It's Whitfield.
You got to.
Yeah, but
It's unique though if you did want to go Fiorini.
yeah.
Who?
I was going to ask, who are you talking about? I mean, Farini.
You. Did you call him Brambles as well before?
Yeah.
I don't know, dog.
There's no S on the end of his name. We're checking out
4
already.
weeks to go. 4 weeks to go.
Matthew wants to know this. Roy.
Yeah.
Probably good for you.
Oh, God.
Could you go stringer down to sharp? Would you do that at this stage of the season? What's that pocket you? Bit of coin, 100 and something?
Yeah. Look, you might as well.
That's all I've got. No, you couldn't do that, could you? You shouldn't do that.
I've got tears. Look, I'm with Roy. You might as well.
Ryan, should you rage trade Kennedy after bringing him last week?
No, you're stuck with him now.
Look, I'll
Depends
try
on
to
your
switch on
priority.
here for a second.
I guess it's priorities of trades.
That's it.
Yeah.
Right. So if Harry... Look, I'm trying to get back on here.
I know.
So if Harry's back at full forward...
Yep. Is that the whole reason, do you reckon?
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Because even though he's never shown that much as a forward, his reputation is he can play forward.
Yep.
So that's why he was there and Cripper swapping in that full forward sort of position. So if Harry's back, he should be back in the middle where he led clearances the week before.
Yeah.
That's what Teague chose to take out of there.
Yeah.
Their clearance leader.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think if Harry plays, definitely give him another week. But anyone capable of dishing up, he saved that score with 2 goals.
Yeah.
Saved.
You know what?
And it's a 40.
We think this is bad.
If you can dish that up, you can go, actually. Trade him.
Teague's sitting in the box. Kennedy kicks the first goal. He's going, look at me. I am an absolute guru. I've moved the guy who led clearances into the forward line. We get the first. We're on. Nah.
No, you're not.
No, you're not, son.
Tom Brown would have thought he was quite right with his big statement last week. The board want wins. Did you see that
Well,
footage? That was
Kennedy got him off to a flyer.
Didn't he? Great coaching move.
Great coaching.
Rightio, next one here from Peter. Danger or Whitfield? It's simply Whitfield.
It's not simply,
Yes.
but it is wit.
It is wit.
Yep. All right, for Zach, Oliver, Danger, or a value pick? So between Oliver and Danger, you'd pick Oliver.
Yep,
If
I
you've
think
got that
so.
opportunity to get the midfielder.
Oliver had 15 touches in the first
Oh,
quarter.
he was awesome. I
15.
So I pulled the his.
You know what he was on track for?
No?
What?
60.
60 for the game?
Yep.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I was bloody having to look after the big demon all weekend. Joe went away for the weekend.
And for the record, the big demon's his little daughter. Right? Can we just clear this up?
Anyway, so
you call it
there,
that?
reading a book, and I've gone, holy hat! The game starts in 10 minutes, and I was holding my trade off for the late teams, the
yes.
final teams,
Yeah.
to bring in Whitfield. Heart rate went up a ridiculous amount because I thought, oh no, I was so close to missing that as I'm trying to do
Been there, done
all of
that.
that. Anyway, gone and did that, and then started watching it, and was just going, flashbacks in my head were going, oh my God, imagine if I didn't do this, and he was there, because he must have had 30, or he was pushing 50, wasn't he?
He was
it was
good.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Whatever he was doing, it was amazing. So
Meanwhile, Dad, I'm hungry.
hungry.
hungry, Dad.
I think I left the blanket on 3 while I was watching that as well. She was cooking in there. Anyway.
Children Family Services.
Oh,
All right. So, Oliver, you're picking him over Dangerfield.
Yes.
And then there's the value picks, or would you go the value pick?
Value pick is such a dirty,
Marshall,
dirty word at the
Tara
moment.
and Thomas.
Nah, I call it value sick. Nah, don't do it.
And that's from an upgrade of Amati or Bianco. Which one would you upgrade? Amati because...
Amati goes. Bianco's okay.
Bianco's going all right.
yeah,
Bianco's
and
getting
Amati
70.
was dropped, obviously, last week. Probably comes in if Buddy is out.
Yep.
But
no. Amati can
he's
do-
on his way down price-wise
That's
anyway.
it. Bianco doesn't do 30s and 40s. He's good
actually
for...
does.
Good for what? What's he good for?
Couple
He's
of
good
weeks
for a
ago.
60.
Is he?
Yeah.
Usually.
Good for a 60.
He double Amati.
Yeah.
All right, Adrian, Aaron Hall or Jack Zeeble? Where is their best value? Sorry, in the defence or forward lines?
Have to refer back to the old rolling 22 I did a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, can't remember.
I don't know.
Are you
Where
here
it
today?
is.
Not really.
I don't know where their best value is. It's a really tricky one. It's just they've gone.
just changes.
Well, I don't have Zeeble, but Aaron Hall has gone in both positions. He'd nearly be 50-50 of the weeks that he's spent back and forward for me.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
I think in our forward line at the moment, though, we've got a lot of those cheaper hit and miss sort of players, and we've done it from your Dusties even to your Pendlebury as such.
Yeah.
But then you throw in your Bolton, your Rowan Marshall, your
Kennedy, DeGoey, Stringer.
Yeah, all those guys tend to fill up those spots very quickly.
But you feel safer going those dudes in the forward line than a similar type in the back line.
Yes.
Does that sound...
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
You're talking like your Cumming, your Haynes.
Yeah.
And those kind of guys.
Well, Cumming's good, but...
He hasn't been.
He hasn't been awful. Yeah.
Yeah, I do understand what you mean. I just think there are better big boys in the back. Okay, from your
more
Mills,
consistent.
Yes, your Mills, your Laird, your Whitfield, those guys.
Even Stewart and that feels safe.
Yes.
So he should be forward then. Is that what you're saying?
Crisp, throw him in the mix as well.
Potentially. Yeah. Now that's a next question from Chris.
Yeah.
Whitfield or Crisp? Could you go with Crisp?
Yes, you could. Of course you could.
But I wouldn't.
But I just think he's a fair bit more, isn't he, at the moment?
I'd be going
Possibly.
Whitfield.
So Crisp he's only 750.
Yeah, so 40 more than...
And, he's a good pick, and Pendle's out probably means
He's a good player. I can see, Roy, why he burnt you so badly at the end of last year.
But as you were saying...
Did you watch him at the start of the year? He was hopeless.
It's not the kind of time of the year to bring him in either, is it, Roy?
No. No, it actually is. But, no, I'd go Whitfield. But they're both good players.
Agree.
All right, this question comes from a few people on Friday night, but also had a couple here from the call-out. Should there be a rule like in draft, the time on ground percentage, where if they are injured early, Pendles is obviously the latest one of that you could get your emergency score for?
No. I reckon that's a soft...
Do you know what?
Part of the game.
I'm a massive no with that stuff, right? But while there is this sub thing happening in the AFL, I'm nearly happy to say if we're doing that airy-fairy, you've got an extra sub that isn't actually on the bench, but you can bring on if someone gets hurt. As long as that goes, I would nearly say I'm okay with that rule.
Okay.
But as soon as that gets the arse again, I would say no.
So
you don't get any little free hit for an injury. It's ridiculous.
Because to me, it's a part of the game.
That's what I reckon.
And when it doesn't affect me, I do have a little giggle.
100%.
Yeah.
And you can be the underdog and get a win.
That's it.
Yeah.
Now, I like it in draft. I think it's a good thing because it can really shaft you in draft, but just as it does in classic. So I'm going to play the side of maybe we should have it for some of these reasons. You're going to cop a massive price change from Pendles or whoever that player is because of that.
Yep.
It's got to be a small percentage, like a 25%. Like it's not going to be any, or I wouldn't think it should be any more than that. And then you get their emergency, but then you lose that emergency for another one anyway. So you are not the risk, but it is a thing that you're going, okay, you're basically getting that there. So it's not, I don't know. I think some people think it's a bigger deal of, it makes it too easy or whatever. What it does is people have lost finals or missed out on finals because of this one very unlucky thing, which you have absolutely no control over, but you can have control over having a better bench player as well.
I understand. I still think that it's a game.
I think it's unrealistic.
I think it's a game, and that's just the way it is.
But like you said, Roy, clubs can bring on a player if someone's injured.
At the moment.
I reckon it'll stay. The medical sub.
I think it will too.
Yeah, I reckon they.
Well, there you go. I still vote no, but while that rule is in play, it's kind of similar to the game.
So this is the way we normally decide things. You go no, and I go no, and Dog goes yes, and I bet it gets through.
No, I think that'll be one they'll put in the
survey
at the end of the season, which can't be too far away.
What do you reckon? What do you reckon the gut feel of the community is?
Don't know. It was when I put the tweet out because someone asked it, and I did it with no opinion because I don't really have an opinion on it either way.
Yeah,
like I can see the pros and cons of it.
Yep.
But it was very 50-50. Some people just the hard no, and then some people going, no, it should be. You should be able to do that because it's just so.
And in a way, I know what you're saying. Like the fantasy game, we try to replicate what the real game is, from salary cap right through to everything else. So I do understand that side of it probably more than I did a minute ago.
Yeah. So what I wouldn't be comfortable with then is if it happens twice, like in a game, because there's not 2 subs available in the proper AFL game.
Yeah.
So if you lose one in your forward line, 25% or less, get that sub. Then you lose one in your back line. You get then we're getting too far away from what the actual game of AFL looks like.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see how many times this would have actually activated for people. I reckon if you got that 2 or 3 times a year, that would be max on it.
So another reason I think it shouldn't be a thing.
Would it have happened to you this year?
Pendles would have been mine on the weekend.
Is your only one?
No.
No?
Let's do some more questions.
I've had multiple of them. I support the rule, Roy.
Yeah.
Like that one last year. Was it last year when Whitfield out on 10 points?
Even when Degoe got knocked out on 3 points earlier in the year. Whitfield had a 30 for me, which might have been 25%.
One of those arguments is, you're already copping it massively from it anyway.
Yes.
So you're going to cop that price drop if you have to trade them straight up, which is most of these guys, it often is. If you're a first quarter injury, most of them are out. And especially with the concussion, that's the tough thing, because that's, I don't know, don't want to say back in the day, they would have played on and probably scored points or whatever, but now they are forced out.
They just wouldn't have remembered it.
Doesn't it just make the game a bit harder for everyone?
Well, that's it. Are we trying to make things too easy?
But does that add, I think that adds to the luck element, which is obviously very high in the game anyway.
Yeah.
Do you need it? Do you want it to be higher, the luck element?
Okay, and I guess if the rule was there, you may keep guys on your bench for a little bit longer than probably what you would.
Possibly.
Don't know.
Yeah. You don't have a bench though, do you, Roy?
You reckon that's... I'm factoring that in.
What do you want? No.
Rightio, let's go to some questions here from Twitter. So let's go with Peter, Dangerfield or Grundy via DPP for Pendles.
Jeez. I can't say Grundy at the moment. Like, he's missed 100 in his last 2 games. He's up against Nick Nat this week. He did 120 on him earlier in the year, but I just can't say Grundy with any confidence at the moment.
No.
But
It's a tough one. They're both good players.
I'm not saying Danger either, so I'm going to go with Grundy.
Grundy, I mean, Dangerfield's averaging 109, I think, in his last 5.
Yeah.
So that's enough to get him over the line, probably.
Yeah.
He's about 20. He's about 50k less as well.
Oh, well, that'll do it then.
Yep.
Danger.
All right, the next one. Oh, where'd that go? Oh, I need to know where I'm clicking. From William. Do I take Clayton Oliver and have to field Bramble, or do you take Darcy and you can field Sharp? So the simple thing out of that, you'd want Sharp on your field over Bramble.
You would, yes.
But Clayton Oliver is enough better than Darcy, especially with the risk of Darcy.
It's Oliver all day there.
He used a whole strapping tape on his knee. Did you see how much he had?
a lot on
Yeah,
there.
it was a lot.
It would have cost a fortune to get him out on the field.
You know, Sean Reno, who had the mattress on
yeah.
him.
What do we think Warnie's mate Brambles is good for?
80?
He's good for 80. What do you reckon Sharpie's going to be? Forget his hundreds. What can he be from here on in?
Sharpie,
He's
75 at least.
They're about the same.
They're about the same.
Yeah.
No, he's better.
He's getting it way
tons.
too easy.
He's going to get a wing named after him, Cow.
That's true.
He's
at the
90.
Gabba
All
and
right.
Metricon.
Sharp just ahead.
Sharp's well and truly ahead.
Yeah. So, yeah. The tough thing for that for me though is just that difference between Clayton Oliver and Darcy.
You've got to go Oliver.
The risk of having Darcy.
Yes.
It's a ticking time bomb.
It is.
And Clayton Oliver could, even on his best day, so he had a 90 Darcy, still scored 30 odd more points. I don't think there's going to be the gap of 30 points generally between Bramble
and the thing is,
Sharp.
so it's come out today. Fife's done.
Yep.
Walters is done.
Yep.
Their season is
Put
done.
them all on ice.
Why would you make Darcy push through? He's obviously just been hanging in there while there's been a little bit of hope.
Yeah.
Done.
That's a massive waste of strapping tape.
It is.
So, no, you'd put him on ice.
All right, Ben. General question to help people being involved for longer. Would you prefer a quarter one emergency rule, like we talked about there, or 3 trades?
3's a bit excessive.
Quarter one emergency.
I would prefer the quarter one rule, although I don't.
We get
like
2
it.
trades every week. That's the thing. That's what.
Yeah. So
Like
back in the
you
olden
always-
days, dog, we only used to get like a handful for the year.
See,
And we've evolved into a beautiful game.
I feel
Can
like
we ever?
it's great and it's challenging as it is. I feel like we're
Yes, it's not
catering.
easy, and it's not unlimited trades, like some
Yeah.
people like to say.
No, and I just feel like it is catering for the sook inside all of us.
Yeah.
Having a little fallback if you get an injury.
Yeah.
Oh, poor me. Woe is me. I'm having a sook. Oh, no, I can be happy again because I've got an emergency.
What about this rule?
I
Please.
thought you would be all on
Nah,
this.
and I've copped a few of them too, to be
Yeah.
honest, this year.
I've got another
and
rule
I'm just not for it.
that we should look at.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you get your 2 trades a week, but in the top corner of your screen, you get like a bonus 2. And it's like if an emergency, break the glass, and you get these 2 emergencies to add on.
No,
right?
we don't want
So-
to make it too confusing.
I prefer this.
You only get it once a year, though. They just sit there.
And can there be a sound effect? Like,
Yeah, when you hit it and the glass breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, like that.
Yes. And a timer.
Right.
You've only got a certain amount of time.
I'll organise the trade to be all set up. You organise the sound effects.
Done.
Good one for you for Roy. John wants to know, hey, legends, is it time to prioritise trading out Haynes and Hind
God.
before your last on-field rookie in Sharp or Bramble?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. So Haynes is hopeless. 8 marks, 60 points.
Yep.
He hasn't scored over 70 in at least 3 or 4 weeks. So he's gone. Hind, now if Hind had that original fixturing where he was playing at Marvel, I would say give him another chance. But they're not going back there anytime soon, are they,
They
Doc?
could be this week.
Well, there you go. That would be reason to reconsider. You wouldn't force him out if he was playing at Marvel, but yes, I think you can trade him.
And that's
It's just
where
not,
I'm...
It's not as urgent.
Yeah.
If you have to trade one of those 2 out and Hind is playing at Marvel, it's definitely Haynes.
Haynes
that
goes first. He's so bad at the moment. Like, what the average of 57 in his last 3.
Legend.
And it even goes probably back to 4 or 5 games. Can go.
Leanne. One trade we'll have to deal with Pendlebury. For the other, I still have Bramble, Madden and Haynes on ground. Who do I want off my field the most?
Well, Madden,
should be. He gives 20s.
yeah, Madden's the worst.
But then I guess there's a price difference too, which could make things challenging.
He's up to about 300, Madden.
You better just get something out of Madden.
Haynes is about to beat on 300 already.
At least Haynes takes 8 marks.
Yeah, he just does nothing else.
No.
Okay. All right, Logan, I need a forward under 450k. Is it too late to jump on Bramble? Shows you can junk. Which you can.
He can junk.
Gosh, I'll
It's
tell
just
you
a
what.
hard one to...
It is.
It's a hard one to
get
say.
in,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
Are you better off getting Finlay McRae?
Probably.
For that extra cash, there's 200.
Yeah, you better just do that.
Pocket that. If you were going to go to someone at 450,
Yeah.
pocket the cash to a Finlay McRae, get his good for 70.
Oh, he's not-
Probably is though.
Gosh, I don't know.
No.
I can never say it.
He had
about him.
35 and a quarter once, right?
He did.
But yeah, I would prefer to do that. I think.
And at least you sleep well because you know you pocket a bit of coin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you'll be able to put that on top of
I
someone
do.
else.
I do feel like Bramble just looks really good in that role.
Yeah.
But he had an easy matchup as well.
He did.
Split the difference between Guthrie and Oliver. A couple more to come. Guthrie and Oliver.
I like Oliver.
Yeah.
I like Oliver too.
Bont. Is he ahead of Oliver?
I still have Oliver, but I love Bond.
What about Lions?
Love Lions.
Scale of hardness.
I'd
Yeah.
have Lions ahead of them all. Great matchup this week too.
Nah, stuff it. Lions it is. Yep, do it. Unica.
Yeah.
Unica. Is that a
Unica.
word?
Yeah. Him and Freeney. So he's up against Hawthorn Lions and he will have a field day
He
against
will.
them.
Delicious.
Lauren, Darcy, hold or trade, given his ongoing knee issues.
I am sure your hand is going to be forced
Yeah.
on Thursday night.
It won't.
It has to be.
He'll be named and he will play again.
He's sore as anything.
I think he enjoys the pain.
So if you've got coin, like if you've got no other trades or whatever, it's a move, isn't it?
It
Jump
is.
off him.
Yeah.
I think
He's worth a lot.
last time I said that he came out and had 130.
Yeah.
He's worth 744.
You could never be bringing him in.
No.
And
You're
you'd
not
be
bringing him in.
Very worried if you had him.
Yeah.
Here's from Crafty Crafted. What do you like more? A fattened rookie to a basement rookie on your bench, obviously, and then it goes Pendles to Whitfield, or do you go? So that's your up and down.
Yeah, yep.
Or do you go Pendles to Marshall, and then Hind to Brad Hill?
Look, Hind, especially if he's back at Marvel, will outscore Brad Hill this week.
The last one just sounds like you're patching up.
Just go the other one. Go Whitfield. At least you're getting a proper player.
There you go. Pay up.
If we learn anything last week,
don't stuff around.
Don't stuff around.
Sarong as a point of difference with no Fife. Scored well on the weekend.
Yeah, 94.
He did, but...
And cheap. What's he at?
I don't know.
545. That's cheap.
It's so cheap.
But once again, it's stuffing around with these mid-range
Just
players.
Hit and miss guys.
Yep. No.
And if they all miss, you end up with 2023.
Yep, and you're in the lows.
Round bloody 19.
No, pay up.
Pay up.
You'll enjoy it.
Yeah. Get a good player.
Have a bit of fun for the last few weeks. Grab a player that you never thought you would have before, like a Took or a Jack Steelroy.
Yeah.
These are some of these moves that people are thinking. Dylan here, how's Schoenberg and Lukosius for Hind and Pendles?
It's a patch-up.
It's a patch-up.
I'm not...
Yeah.
Schoenberg next week goes back to a 50.
I know. It's just a high risk. Sometimes
So you're better.
they can reward you. Sometimes they can reward
The
you.
piece of advice that we would say is chop a bench player, and just put it on top.
If you can do that. There's obviously a lot of people out there that are in a similar boat to me that can't do that.
Yeah.
It's just not an option. That's why they're doing these patchwork plays. They can hurt. They can bite hard.
Big time. But then again, 2 weeks ago, we were doing patch kind of plays with your likes of DeGoey, who was scoring well a few weeks
so
back.
it can work.
Even a Kennedy, if you went after his first score, you would have got a couple of good ones in there.
Yep, definitely.
But at the moment, after last week, we don't have much faith in them.
Like the thing is, you better hold those guys, though. If you've gone through that crap week with them, they cannot back up another 40. That's not happening.
You wouldn't think so.
But
unless someone like Kennedy, if he's back in the forward line.
Couldn't happen. T could be copping way too much for that.
Yep.
That was ugly.
Who goes first? Cumming? He stays, I think, at the moment, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Houston or Hind? Who goes first out of Houston and Hind? Houston had 75.
I sound like a broken record, but go and check out the numbers yourself. If it's at Marvel, it gives Hind a lifeline.
Okay.
Bombers did think they were going to be up in Queensland for 3 weeks, but if they open up that corridor, they're playing the Swans, aren't they, Bombers? I think
that is correct. The thing is, though, people are jumping off Cumming. So 98 last week. Before that, though, you've got a 68, a 54 and a 68.
Yeah, he was really bad.
Nothing over 70 for 3 weeks.
And he had a dream matchup.
Yeah. People got frustrated.
So Houston's been bad, hasn't he?
Yep.
I don't know. Who do you reckon? Houston
can go. He's averaged 63 in his last 3, and he's 550K.
Yeah.
People were bringing him in there for a while, hoping he could do what he was doing at the start of the year.
Well, he was outstanding.
Just not happening. No, he can go.
Right.
On the condition that Hind is back at Marvel.
Yeah.
Give him another one at home, Roy.
Yeah.
Give him one at home.
Give him one at home.
All right, boys, I think that's enough for us. I feel like, Roy, we've been holding you here against your will. The way you've been.
I did my best.
That answer.
Okay, that was my low point of
That
the
was
pod.
of the year. I don't know. Just do it.
It didn't come out how
Right.
I meant it to.
Let him go home. Dog.
At Roy DT. Send him some either cheer up messages.
I'm happy.
Pump him up. I want to see you coming back like Ariane Titmus's coach.
Yeah.
Pumped up for what will be the last 4 weeks this season. We'll be
Okay.
back on Thursday night.
Look, I'll be back. I'll switch on a bit more this week, but you got to understand, you guys don't know what it's like to be under official review. You got people breathing down.
Roy, you're wrong. I definitely do.
God.
So I reckon this week,
Yes.
because of your lack of effort today, for the next couple of days, if you write Roy a message and you write, come up with a crafty hashtag here, dog, with a fist pump.
Just put the fist pump emoji.
The fist pump emoji, hashtag, get up, Roy.
Get up.
I'm up.
He will reply to every message. Get up, Roy.
I'll do anyway.
And hashtag don't be a darsehole. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you on Thursday night for the live stream on Facebook. Catch that from 6:15 p.m. See ya.